We're we're just about ready to wrap the first round of our boys volleyball tournament here inside the Paco Arena. On your screens, we have Tyler Ramos, our leading spiker of this tournament, raring to go for the FEU Diliman Baby Tamaraos. On the other side of the net, John Arguelles will try his crack at getting this important win against FEU. He is the number 13 scorer in the tournament so far for the DLSZ Junior Archers. Here are your games today. Like what we said, it's the last day of the first round, starting things off with FEU Diliman and DLSZ, followed by UST and Nuns, UE and Adamson at 1 o'clock. And to wrap up our first round action here in the boys volleyball tournament, we have the Ateneo Blue Eagles against the UPIS Fighting Maroons. Thank you for joining us live on the Pilipinas Live app. My name is Miguel de Guzman, and I will be calling the action here today in Manila. Take a look at the standings. NUNS Bullpups still undefeated in the tournament, 6-0 so far. FEU Diliman trying to stay close with NU with a 5-1 record so far. But the DLSZ Junior Green Spikers, this will be an important match for them. They are at 2 wins and 4 losses. Final 4 is still within reach, but they have to dig deep and get these important wins here in the tournament. Just want to highlight a few players playing for both of these teams today. We have Ken Maliwanag on your screen right now. He was the highest scorer in their match previously. He had 22 points on 20 attacks and 2 service aces. Meanwhile, for DLSZ, their previous highest scorer in that match is Jordan Montiliano, who had 10 points on 6 aces and 4 big blocks. And if he's going up against this lethal FEU offense, those blocks will come in handy for DLSZ. Stay tuned because the match at hand, the FEU Diliman Baby Tamaraos and the DLSZ Junior Green Spikers will begin when we return. You're watching us live on the Pilipinas Live
And
app.
now, let us meet the starters for both teams. First, from Var Eastern Diliman, Baby Tamaraos. First off, outside hitter number 3, Eldriel Malapas. Middle blocker number 10, Axel Dering. Setter and team captain at number 13, Brix Landicho. Outside hitter number 17, Tyler Ramos. Opposite hitter number 19, Kenneth Maliwanag. Middle blocker number 21, Ron De Vera. Starting libero at number 9, Alvin Abuhen. Head coach of the Baby Tamaraos, Rene Aldulay. And now, let us meet the starters from the LaSalle San Diego Isabel Junior Spikers. First off, outside hitter number 6, John Arguelles. Middle blocker and team captain at number 7, Kyle Aure. Setter at number 9, Daniel Espino. Opposite hitter number 10, Raymond Villano. Middle blocker number 15, Zach Diaz. Middle blocker at number 18, AJ Centrino. Starting libero at number 12, Juan Papa. Head coach of the Junior Spikers, Cubes Escon. It's the Baby Tamaraos versus the Junior Spikers. This is the UAAP Season 88 Juniors
Both
Volleyball.
teams are ready, but before we start action, starting lineup for the Baby Tams, Manlapas, Maliwanag, Tereng, Ramos, De Vera, Landicho, and Coronel will be their starting libero together with Abuhen. Meanwhile, for DLSZ, here are their starters. It's Espino, Diaz, Arguelles, Aure, Sandrino, Montiliano, and Juan Papa as their starting libero. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for watching the UAAP Season 88 Boys Volleyball Tournament. In a few moments, DLSZ will start off this game with their starting setter, Daniel Espino, getting first serve here in our match. FEU and DLSZ both starting the action here inside the Paco Arena. And to those just tuning in, we have 4 more games for you in store to end round number 1 of the boys volleyball tournament. Whistle is blown. Daniel with the serve. Good reception from Coronel. What a start! Ken Maliwanag. What a fireball. He's our number 1 scorer here in the tournament so far. And he's doing it efficiently. He's the number 2 spiker as well. Arguelles, that sails outside. No touch, says our first referee. Back-to-back points here for the Baby Tamaraws. Ron De Vera getting ready to serve. 8 points in their last match against UE. Good reception there from LaSalle. Quick attack executed by Kyle Aure. LaSalle with the serve. Arguelles with the help of the net. Back set. They go back to number 19, Ken Maliwanag. Guys, remember this name. Ken Maliwanag is going to be a star here in the UAAP, and he's starting off here in the boys tournament. I'm not gonna be surprised if we see his name soon in the men's tournament as well. Espino. Whoa, that was a good save there for Maliwanag. Ramos over onto the other side. He tries again. Good read from Papa. Espino goes to the middle. 2 points now for Aure. Kyle Aure, 3 blocks on 5 points in their previous match against Adamson. Oh, but he serves straight to the net here. Ramos getting ready to serve. 4-2 is our score here in set number 1. Good start from both teams. Great activity from the setter. Landicho and Espino running the offense well. Papa, Coronel, and Abuhen doing a good job defensively. Asking for a touch, none given, and that will be another point for FEU. Back-to-back points now for the Baby Tamaraws. Ramos serves it up. Targeting Arguelles. Espino will go to Monteliano. Cross court, well read by Ramos. Oh, and that's a nice roll shot there by Manlapas. This FEU offense is very lethal thanks to Maliwanag, Ramos, and Manlapas. Of course, we can't forget Axel Tereng as well, who's held his own at the middle here for FEU, one of the most athletic middles here in this tournament. Monteliano getting ready to serve now for DLSZ. Service up, targeting Ramos. Almost an ace there. Maliwanag from the D-ball. Pipe Arguelles will push this one. No go. Maliwanag from the back again. Back-to-back attempts. Gets it on the second try. Tereng now heading to the service line. Axel Tereng, number 4 in blocking so far. Let's see if he can build or maintain his position in the standings of our best middle blockers as his service goes straight to the net. Zach Diaz from the middle of the court goes for the serve. Landicho checks who to give it to. Goes to Manlapas. FEU slowly finding their rhythm here, doubling up on the junior archers. Espino. Calls a play, goes to the middle again. He's been feeding his middles. Sandrino now with the point for DLSZ. In the 5 points of DLSZ, 3 have come from their middles. Great activity here from both Abuhen and Sandrino. Lapas with a sharp down the line hit. He's now serving. Eldriel goes for the serve. Papa, nice reception. Abuhen well read by Ramos. Maliwanag blocked at the net. Nine kill blocks for DLSZ in their previous match. Let's see if they can maintain that presence at the net. And let's not forget, the #1 blocker right now here in this tournament is wearing green. Talking about Kyle Aure. (10-6) now is our score in favor of FEU. Getting that side out real quick. De Vera with the serve. Espino. No go there. Landicho will go to Ramos. Outsmarts the defense. Ron De Vera. Serves. Targeting Diaz. Espino. Underhand set this time. What a save from De Vera. Espino. Back to him. But Maliwanag rejects the door. Gets a block for FEU this time. Coach Cubes will call a timeout. FEU is up 6-12. Seems like DLSZ is doing well in holding their own despite the FEU offense that's known to be one of the most lethal here in the tournament. DLSZ able to execute these types of plays as well to keep up with the Baby Tamaraos, but they do have to maintain the errors that they're giving to the side of the Baby Tams. Middles of LaSalle doing all the work here. Espino looks composed. Calling for a play here. Signals a play. Montiliano looks like he will be getting this one, but that misreception required them to ad-lib in that sequence. Point goes to FEU. Let's see if they'll run the same one. A good reception. Better reception here. But he had to adjust. Goes to the open. This will be sent to the other side. Free ball, LaSalle. Espino, back set. He's been wanting to go for that play. He's been wanting to go to Montiliano ever since they went on in a huddle. Ever since the timeout ended here for DLSZ. Aure with the serve. Ramos with a good reception. Tereng trying to get into action as well. Espino to Montiliano again. Rejected by Ramos and Tereng. (15-8) now. Ramos at the service line for FEU. Number 5 in scoring. Talking about Ramos. Espino trying to go to Montiliano. 1-2 play from Landicho. Well read. Espino, what a set. He's been setting the tone here for DLSZ. Good save. Underhand set by Papa. He will go. This will be a miscommunication on the side of DLSZ. FEU slowly pulling away here. And things are looking good for the boys from Diliman. Ramos getting ready to serve. That jump serve just sails outside. Almost finding the line there. Now we have Montiliano teeing it up for Lasal. They have to go on a run here if they want to stay in this game. Combination from the middle. Manlapas connecting with Landicho in that sequence. We haven't seen a lot of that here in this match. Thanks to the fast-paced action from both of these squads. Espino, back set. Had to adjust, rolls it over. Diaz finds a way to score for DLSZ. We'll be having our first substitution here.
He's out. Number 5, Brett
Urrutia replacing Diaz. He will be up to serve now for DLSZ. 10-17. When Lapas and Ramos are both at the back line, Landicho has De Vera. D-ball gets that to go for FEU. Even the type of plays that FEU is running is not usual for boys volleyball. It just goes to show how Coach Rene Dulay, has been putting in the time and effort to improve the performance of his team. Nice set from Landicho. And Maliwanag finds a way to outsmart the DLSZ defense. Another timeout here from Coach Cubes. You're watching the boys volleyball tournament of the UAAP Season 88. $19-10 is our score right now. FEU has a comfortable lead against DLSZ. Espino looking to go to Sandrino here. Goes for the push off the hands of De Vera. Underhand set from Abuhen. Goes to Maliwanag. Off the block. Back-to-back points for Ken Maliwanag. Our number 1 scorer, adding up to his total here. He wants some separation against the spiker from UE, Paul Roque, who is just 3 points behind him in the best scorer tally. Brix Landicho with the serve. He's the number 1 setter of the tournament so far. Underhand set from Espino. Overcooking that one is Arguelles. Landicho is averaging 5.45 excellent sets per set. Another error there from Lasal, putting FEU at 22. 12-point lead now for the Baby Tamaraws. Landicho will be replaced here at the service line.
Now number 1, KD Carolino and
KD Carolino will do the serving duties here for FEU and the setting as well. Espino goes to Sandrino, no go. Oh, and from the back row, Ramos read like a book. by Sandrino. If the offense isn't going for him, it's the defense that's gonna work for this junior spiker. Sandrino now serving. 3 more points. Make that 2 for FEU before they take the first set here. Hopkins. The service sails outside for him. Coronel will enter the game now as the receiving libero for FEU. Carolino signals his play. Good reception here. Goes to Ramos. No doubt from Tyler. You have to admire the efficiency of Tyler Ramos and his offense here for FEU. De Vera with the serve. Is this the set? Checked at the net by Ramos. Espino goes to the other side this time. Carolino to Ramos. Good read from Juan Papa. Carolino goes to Tereng this time. He's been quiet here in set number 1. Checked! And that kill block from Ramos gives FEU set number 1 as they take this in a dominant fashion, 25-12 against the DLSZ Junior Archers. FEU with a 13-point finish here in set number 1. Take a look at this. The set 1 statistics, out-attacking the DLSZ Junior Spikers 13-6. And despite the strong start here from LaSalle, FEU just found their rhythm early and able to pull away towards the middle part of the set. Now, if you're DLSZ, you want to keep this close, you have to minimize your errors. They had 8 against the 4 of DLSZ. For FEU, their leading scorer has 8 points right now. Talking about Maliwanag. Meanwhile, for LaSalle, a very strong start from Aure. He had 4 points here for the junior archers. Now, towards the latter parts of that set, less activity from him. Espino distributing the offense, starting strong with the middles, and then ended up opting for the wingers. So let's see if this time they can keep things close here against FEU. For the information of our viewers, Aure, who we just talked about earlier before the start of this set, is the number 1 best blocker here in the tournament so far. And just like the start of the first set, Espino activating his middles early. Same starters here for FEU, but that service error from Espino gives them a point here in the second set. De Vera with the serve. This rotation has been the Waterloo for LaSalle. Talking about this FEU rotation. This is where FEU pulled away in set number 1. Aure is checked by Tereng at the net. De Vera now, who's also been good defending the floor off of the down the line hits from FEU, but this time tooling the block is Diaz for LaSalle, getting the point for DLSZ. Tereng's in front. Let's see if Landicho will go to him, but looks like that won't be needed as the service error sends the ball to the side of FEU. We now have Maliwanag getting ready to serve. That finds the line for Maliwanag. How can you stop this FEU offense if you have Maliwanag and Ramos to think about? And we haven't even mentioned Manlapas, who's held his own. And talking about Ramos, getting it done on the defensive end as well for FEU. in my unofficial count, our unofficial count, I think that's already the third or the second kill block here for Ramos. This is also why LaSalle hasn't been able to establish their wing spikers in this match. Great activity from the block defense of FEU, limiting this DLSZ offense. 4 straight points now for the Baby Tamaraws. Maliwanag tried to go off speed, but runs out of air and drops right before crossing the net. Kyle Aure now, getting ready to serve. Good reception from Coronel. Tereng will run and gun and get the point for the Baby Tamaraws. Tereng had 8 points on 3 blocks against UE. Ramos now with his jump serve. Espino. Oh, that's another error for DLSZ. Nothing going right for the junior archers here in set number 2. Coach Cubes is forced to call a timeout for the guys in green. Ramos opens up with a serve after the DLSZ timeout. Ball will be sent to the side of FEU. Landicho goes to Tereng. Back-to-back attempts. And there will be a net touch violation called on FEU. Oh, that sails outside. Tereng with the serve. DLSZ free ball again here for FEU. Combination off the middle. Manlapas finding a way to score there over the outstretched hands of the DLSZ blockers. Error there, however, gives DLSZ a free point. Ball swings to the side of the Green Archers. We have Arguelles now, serving for LaSalle. 5-10. Outside. Unforced errors piling up here for DLSZ early on in set number 2. Landicho will serve, which means FEU has a full front line. Espina with a good serve, but Diaz hits the antenna on his push.
It's number 15 out, number 5, Brett Oriquiae.
Brett Oriquia being subbed in the match again for Diaz. Saw action in set number 1. Landicho getting ready to serve now for FEU. Good reception from Papa. D-ball from LaSalle. That sails outside. FEU has an 8-point cushion here in set number 2. Landicho goes for the service. Papa again taking care of the reception. But Oriquia is checked by Maliwanag. FEU playing very confidently here in set number 2. They look more loose as compared to the start of the first set. See Maliwanag playing with so much confidence in this match. Landicho goes to Ramos. He had to adjust. No pipe attack there. LaSalle answers with their own pipe attack. Ramos sends it up. Free ball. Green Archers. We barely see this happening. But that's a check from Sandrino at the net. Oriquia will send it to the other side. Landicho finds a way to bring it to Manlapas. And that block touch, sails outside, point goes to the Tamaraws. Double-digit lead now for FEU. Landicho getting ready to serve, but that sails outside. Cartagena had 5 points in their previous match. Still hasn't seen action here for DLSZ. They need all the scoring they can get. Now Kuroshavi replaces Ramos. Kuroshavi played really well against NU despite the FEU loss in that game that went 5 sets. Kuroshavi checks it off the hands of FEU. Aure finds a way to score for Lasal. Daniel Espino now getting ready to serve. Landicho smiles at De Vera. Will he go to his middle? He does, and he kills and annihilates that ball. De Vera will be replaced here by Amorin. Coach Dulay giving exposure to a lot of his players. He always does this. He gives court time to everyone in the lineup. And that block is checked off to the antenna. Montiliano gets the point for DLSZ. Landicho has two options here. Tereng or Maliwan or Kuroshavi. Goes to Maliwanag. And Ken Maliwanag scoring for FEU. They're maintaining a 10-point lead here. 7 points away from taking this set again for FEU. Does LaSalle have another run in them? That's a kill block for Axel Tereng, shutting the door on DLSZ. It seems like DLSZ just lost steam here in this match as we have Maliwana getting ready to serve. That sails outside. Coach Cubes trying to find the perfect mix of players here. And we mentioned his name earlier here in the match. Cartagena now in the match to serve. Landicho goes to Axel. The offense is quick here. We haven't seen much rallies in this match because FEU is playing so efficiently. Their spiking efficiency is probably at around 50% here in this set. Flawless offensive action from the Tamaraws, and they're also getting it done at the net. Espino, lunod, unable to connect there with Sandrino. LaSalle will be forced to call their final timeout here in this set. FEU with a commanding 21-9 lead in set number 2. We'll be back with for more UAAP boys volleyball action. Action resumes here inside the Paco Arena. FEU looking to stay in control in this match. They lead 1-0 against DLSZ. 4 points away from making it 2-0 here inside Paco to wrap up our first round action. Good up from Kuroshavi. Landicho goes to Maliwanag. No touch. Now LaSalle has to find answers or at least end this set strong in order to perform better in set number 3. Good serve from Montiliano. And Hopkins scoring his first points of the match. Another substitution here. Landicho will be replaced again by Carolino.
Carolino in.
So for the starters of FEU, it's just Tereng now and Maliwanag who's inside the court. LaSalle with a good reception. Espino goes to the middle. Maliwanag, good up. Hopkins, check out. Ball point goes to FEU. Tereng now getting ready to serve. Papa has been steady for LaSalle. His reception has been good here for them. It's just that they can't get anything offensively because of the net defense that I was talking about by FEU here in set number 2. Just like that, FEU already at set point here. 24-10 is the score. Papa, perfect set. 1-2 play for Espino. That's the first 1-2 play here in this match for both setters of both teams. Arguelles getting ready to serve now. Service error. That goes straight to the net. And just like that, set 2 ends. Still, with FEU on top. Here's a recap of your score in the first set. It was 25-14 and then 25-11 here in favor of the Baby Tamaraws. Stay tuned. Set 3 coming up here on the Pilipinas Live app. Here are the statistics from set number 2. FEU still out attacking DLSZ 9-5, and this is what set the tone for the Baby Tamaraws. It was their blocking. Tereng, Ramos doing everything in their power to limit this DLSG offense. And everything going right here for FEU. Coach Dulay now inserting a different look for FEU here in set number 3. Padrones is in the match with Nagit, Ramos, Manlapas. Coronel is still their libero. So let's see how they perform or how they will be faring as a unit here. Meanwhile, for Coach Cubes, still the same lineup except for Uriquia, who's in the match, replacing Diaz. Quick offense there from FEU. However, as I was going through the lineups of both teams to start set number 3, Nagit getting ready to serve. Papa still superb with his receptions. Oh, but Espino unable to connect there with Aure. FEU able to get that point. Back-to-back points for Diliman now. Nagit with the serve. Espino underhand set. Oh, he goes to Oriquia who gets the point for DLSZ. Oriquia now getting ready to serve. Carolino has Amorin in front. Combination to Ramos, no doubt. And this is what we were talking about earlier. Maliwanag and Ramos have been superb for FEU. It's as if we can't say anything wrong about how they're playing here this afternoon. Earlier, Ramos getting a breather. This time, it's Maliwanag's turn, but the offense continues here for FEU. LaSalle starting off strong though. 3-2 here in set number 3. But that's been the story so far. Strong start, and then towards the middle part of the set, slowly slipping away against the FEU Baby Tamaraos. LaSalle has to find a way to maintain their performance and their activity here in this match if they want to at least get a chance to crack this FEU puzzle. Montiliano sends it too wide outside. Point goes to FEU. Tyler Ramos, 16 points against UE in their previous outing. He goes for the jump serve. Overcooks this one, however. For LaSalle, it will be Dre Montiliano getting ready to serve now. 5-3 is the score. Carolino signals his play. Oh, miscommunication there on defense. Padrones and Coronel colliding, giving DLSZ an ace here in this match. Oh, he's been going to that zone. Talking about Montiliano. He gets the D ball set. That sails outside, no touch. 6-4 now, Amorin. Always steady and always reliable off the bench for Coach Dulay. With the serve, Espino has to chase. A push to the other side, over reception. No go. FEU, better chance here. Manlapas. Oh, ball is still alive here. One of the longest rallies of the match so far. Carolino. But Ramos overcooks that one. Arguelles now getting ready to serve for LaSalle. Good reception from Coronel. 1-2 play this time for FEU. Still no go. Second chance here. He gets it this time. Carolino unable to get the 1-2 play the first time. Still persistent with that attack. Talking about KD. He's now serving here for FEU. That sails outside. Arguelles lets that one go. Aure now in the match. He's been Espino's number one option here. Sandrino, the other middle blocker. With the serve, KD goes to Manlapas. Manlapas. Manlapas is a name that we don't really get to talk about because of how amazing the stats of Ramos and Maliwanag are. But for FEU, they need him as the third option here in the squad to mix things up for the Baby Tamaraos. And they're doing really well also in terms of receiving and digging the ball. Manlapas is number 8 in spiking and number 10 in scoring. Espinosa now deadlock at 8. We haven't said that a lot here in this match. Let's see if DLSZ can capitalize. But Ramos ends the run right away for FEU. Nagit. We want to see more activity from him here in this match. Inserted it here in the third set. Let's see if KD and him can connect. Good up from Manlapas. KD back set. What a spike. Padrones able to go for that down the line kill for FEU. Nagit now serving. Espino will go. to Aure. We haven't seen that in a while. If you're LaSalle, you have to capitalize on this strong start that you're having against FEU. 10-9 with a lot of volleyball to go. They shouldn't waste this opportunity. Rolls it to the other side. Good save there from Montiliano. Set from KD goes to Ramos. Papa with a good dig. And off the hands of FEU. Offense from the DLSZ. Green Spikers. We have to commend the defensive sequence and the defensive discipline that they showed in the match. Aure will be asking for a medical timeout here, it appears. Both teams are being called back to the benches by our officials. Seems like the players of LaSalle don't like what they're seeing here. Medical crew giving attention to Aure after that attack. And Montiliano signaling to Espino that there's a slight problem with the hand of Aure. Of course, everyone here in the UAAP wishes that it's nothing too serious. We hope to see him back in action soon. Still being attended to by our medical team. And being taped up now. Back to the action. FEU. We have Padrones serving. They hold a 1-point lead. Montiliano unable to get that roll to go. Espino goes back to him. Spike is in for number 10. Playing more loose here as LaSalle. You see more smiles, more cheers, more high fives. And save for the injury that Aure is experiencing right now. Everything going right here for DLSZ. Even rejecting Ramos at the net. Sandrino and Montiliano working together there. Just like that, DLSZ already up 12-11. KD to the pipe, Manlapas, no go. Ball is still up. Oh, that, however, sails and goes straight to the bleachers for Espino. Game is tied at 12 now. Number 17, Ramos, getting ready to serve for FEU. Baby Tamaraos shouldn't be complacent here. DLSZ has what it takes to take a set against them. Kuroshavi
number 5,
being inserted in the match now for FEU. Ramos going to the bench. Montiliano, that sails outside. Deadlock at 13 now. This is the closest we've been in this part of any set. Free ball FEU. KD goes to Manlapas. Cross court kill. Serve here now. Espino goes for the 1-2 play. Finds a way to sneak that through the hands of FEU. The blockers were there, but Espino able to send the ball over and get the point for DLSZ. Free ball FEU. Papa goes to Espino. Montiliano, great read from Coronel. From the middle, Nugget able to tally a point here for FEU here in set number 3. Papa is the number 4 best receiver here in the tournament so far. He's been superb for the DLSZ. He's been the bright spot for the guys in green despite wearing white as their libero. Double substitution now. Diaz
Aure.
will be replaced
Number
by Aure. His fingers are taped up. And good to see him back in action. Meanwhile, for DLSZ, we have Refran serving for the junior archers. KD goes to Manlapas, cross court, finds the line. You know, I said it over and over again. Papa has been steady here for DLSZ. In the tournament so far, he's number 2 in digging and number 4 in reception. Espino. Oh, this will be a free ball straight to the net. Missed opportunity there for LaSalle to at least get a chance to get the ball back. And just like that, FEU holds a 2-point lead. DLSZ will be forced to call time. Stay tuned. You're watching the UAP Season 88 Men's Volleyball Tournament. Service here from FEU. Checked at the net. Abuhen with the set. Oh, what a good jump set there from Abuhen. Giving Kuroshavi the point. Serve here for FEU. Espino. D-ball set to Montiliano, and this time he gets the point for LaSalle. Two-point lead now for FEU. DLSZ still in this game. Full front line for Espino. KD goes to the pipe. Good dig from Espino. Papa to Montiliano, trying to go back to back. No go. Back set this time. What a push by FEU. Good read from Montiliano. Down the line. That's a kill for DLSZ. Uriquia. 2 points in their last outing. Already outscoring his output against Adamson. 18-17 is the score now. Checked from the middle. Landicho is back in the match for FEU. They're looking to close this game out. Meanwhile, Espino and the rest of DLSZ trying to stay in this. And round number 1 on a winning note, but Espino's serve goes straight to the net. We have Nugget serving now for FEU. Papa still manning the reception for DLSZ. Uriquia unable to get a touch there. Sails outside. 20-18 now. If this is the way that the junior spikers are playing, talking about DLSZ, if they can consistently play at this level, this team is going to be a very big problem for the UAAP. You have Aure, you have Espino, you have Uriquia. Papa is going to be a star in men's volleyball. Things are bright for DLSZ. Meanwhile, FEU, it's been a relentless attack from these baby Tamaraws. Everyone in their lineup from number 1 to number 24 in the list submitted has scored, contributed, and made their presence felt here for the baby Tamaraws. And that's a testament to the program that both of these coaches have placed for their players. Montiliano tries to go for the off-speed. Net touch called on Kuroshavi. There will be a substitution. Refran will be replaced by Sandrino. Aure getting ready to serve now for Lasal. Landicho giving instructions to his teammates. That sails outside. Free point for FEU. Kuroshavi now. There will be a substitution. Amorin will be replaced by Tereng. Running attacks of Tereng in this game have been on point for FEU. Start of the match, set number 1, not a lot of action from him, but Landicho able to connect with his middle as the match progressed. Landicho goes to Manlapas. Cross court has been money for him. Our number 2 best digger has had no answer yet for that cross court attack by Manlapas. All game long. Espino makes something out of this one. What a spike from Arguelles. That's a great hit from Arguelles. Tooling the blockers, getting the point for DLSZ. They're still very much in this set, 23-21. No room for error now, however. Landicho goes to Tereng. We talked about their connection here and gets the point for FEU. Just like that, despite the scare from DLSZ, FEU now at match point. Better showing here from Lasal. First set was a double-digit lead as well as the second set for FEU. And this time, the boys in green holding their own. Let's see if they can extend the match. From the pipe, the push is well read by Papa. Manlapas is checked at the net. Joust. Espino sends it to the other side. Manlapas cross court. Off the hands of the blockers this time. And just like that, FEU ends round number 1 with a win against the DLSZ Junior Archers. Both teams shaking hands right now. It's a good showing from FEU from the start of this match. LaSalle able to establish their middles early on but unable to maintain that action on their side of the court.
It's with the score 25-12, 25-11, 25-21. The Far Eastern University Diliman, Baby Tamaraws.
And as mentioned by our barker here inside the Paco Arena, that confirms FEU's win 25-12, 25-11, and 25-21 against DLSZ. It was a complete team effort for FEU. Almost all of them seeing action here for Coach Al Dulay. And just a great fight from LaSalle, not giving up despite the results in the first 2 sets. Held their own in set number 3, fought till the end. As you take a look at the recap of our scores, once again, FEU now sits at second. They have 1 loss against NU. Later on today, we'll see more action coming from these players, or the other teams rather. Let's see if the standings that I mentioned earlier will stay the same. But as it stands, FEU number 2, thanks to the performance of today's player of the game, Tyler Ramos, 7 points, 5 attacks, and 2 blocks. You know, for some, it might not sound as much compared to his previous outputs, but Tyler set the tone in getting block touches, in manning the floor, and varying the offense here for FEU. Now, we have to commend also Manlapas, Landicho, and the rest of the Baby Tamaraws. Up next, we have the UST Junior Golden Spikers against the undefeated NUNS Bullpups. That matchup will be a great one, guys, so stay tuned. You're watching the UAAP Season 88 Boys Volleyball Tournament on Pilipinas Live. Miguel de Guzman, thank you for joining us.